Give your mornings a remix with the delicious new Beyond Sausage Sandwich from Dunkin'.
Say what?
It's a tasty Beyond Meat sausage patty with egg and cheese, all on an English muffin.
Oh, yeah!
That's 10 grams of great-tasting plant-based protein.
Great taste plant-based? Wait, it's plant-based?
Yeah, it's plant-based. And it tastes great.
Yummy!
Try Dunkin's Beyond Sausage Sandwich. It's a whole new way to start the day. America runs on Dunkin'.
Hi, this is Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and you are listening to No BS Job Search Advice Radio, episode 1702 of the number one podcast and Apple Podcast for job search. Yay! Now, I cover a diverse audience of people, junior people, senior people, and this one's geared towards seniors. I think it's applicable at a variety of levels, but clearly this is geared towards seniors. It's how to answer, tell me about yourself, if that's what you're asked. Hope you find this helpful. Give it a great review in Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to the show. And if you're interested in my coaching you, listen to the end. There's information there where you know how to get in touch with me. And with that, let's get going, okay? I want to do another video that talks about answering the tell me about yourself question that's geared towards senior professionals. And you'll understand why I'm saying it in this way and why I'm targeting it with this answer, because I just think it fits better. And I've done other tell me about yourself videos, like the basic one for a staff person and the more advanced one for a staff person. But this one is really for seniors. Now, I have one video that deals with the C-suite, and I think this one could target anything above a director level and above in answering the question. Now, I want to kind of lay a framework out for you and start off with the premise that maybe you've been contacted by an executive search firm and you've had the conversation about the role and now you're meeting with the client. I want to be clear. I'm not talking about a contingency search firm. I'm talking about a legitimate executive search firm. And you might, as you're having the initial conversation, just confirm what you've been told, because every once in a while there's some changes on the client side that they haven't had a chance to communicate with the search firm. I'm going to use myself as the example of the search person. So as the phone rings or the Skype or video conference or in-person interview begins, as you're starting the conversation, I want you to start the interview, actually, by saying, hey, thanks for making time to speak with me today or meet with me. You know, I spoke with Jeff about the role, and he gave me a very good description of it. But I want to get your take on it. Could you tell me about the position as you see it and what I can do to help? Number one, that causes them to talk with you about their current thinking about the job and thus puts you in a consultative status with them. It's no longer your future boss and you. It's suddenly now a consultative role. Now, once you've heard that and they get around to the tell me about yourself question, initially, in my first video for C-suite professionals, I spoke about how you should narrow in on 3 different things that you have strength with. And it might just simply be something along the lines of, you know, I've had a very lengthy career. And over the last 20 years, I've done a lot of different things. And thus, you're not going into all the detail. But over the last few years, I've kind of zeroed in on 3 different things and then give 15-second summaries of the 3 things. In this one, based upon what you hear, I know you're adept at thinking on your feet, and you've gotten a certain amount of coaching from the search firm about what the role is. Assuming it's congruent, you've actually been prepared pretty well, and I have no criticism of the search firm. I just want to make sure that you're prepared. So what you might start the conversation with is by saying, you know, they say, tell me about yourself. And in lieu of going through I've been in the field now for 20 years. For the last 5 years, I've been responsible for conversation. You dive right in. And in doing the dive, here's the way you might do it. It's almost like if you remember the old TV show Columbo, but you're not going to do the Peter Falk voice. Find an episode somewhere, maybe YouTube, maybe on Google. Just find an old Columbo episode of him in the rumpled raincoat. And you might start by saying, you know how some organizations have grown? I'm just using an example. How some organizations over the last few years have grown and plateaued. I've been that guy who stepped into a situation where a firm has plateaued and helped catapult them again. So what I've done is a couple of different things to springboard my last two firms. And then I might talk about some of those successes that I've had. And thus what you're doing is engaging them in the very thing that has prompted them to be interested in you. Notice, ultimately, your meeting with them is because they have an interest in an element of your background. It's been confirmed by the search firm, and now you're going to confirm it and talk about how what you've done is helped the organization spring to the next phase, or whatever it is that you've done. You know how it is that an organization has an IT project that gets stalled. I'm the guy that helps it break through. Or you know how some firms have a digital format that's doing okay, but I'm the woman who winds up leading that organization, inspiring the staff, and then you go on from there. Notice how what you're doing is immediately getting into the process in a more conversational and friendly kind of way. And it's going to invite them to dive into some of the stories immediately about your successes in doing exactly that has prompted you to get the interview and has piqued their curiosity. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here are a few more ways to get more from me. First of all, there's my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us. I have more than 8,000 blog posts there that you can watch, listen to, or read that will help you find your next job. In addition, if you're interested in my coaching you, at the site, there's a button there that says schedule. Schedule time for a free discovery call, schedule yourself in for coaching, interview preparation coaching, salary negotiation advice, how to have your questions answered, or coaching related to hiring more effectively, managing and leading, helping you be a better executive in your organization, and overall being a better employee of your firm. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/TheBigGameHunter. Mention that you watched or listen to my content. I like knowing I'm helping folks. Once we're connected, if you're interested in coaching, let me know. I think it's easier at the website, but if that's the way you want to do it, so be it. Lastly, join my group on Facebook called Career Angles. It's focused on helping you do better at work. Information there is shared daily, and I'm attempting to build a supportive group there. Ask to join. I'm not letting recruiters in, so I want to make it a safe place for everyone. I'll be back tomorrow with more. And in the meantime, I hope you have a great day. Be great!
During the Jeep Start Something New sales event, well-qualified returning Grand Cherokee lessees get a low-mileage lease on select 2020 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo E4x4 models for $199 a month for 24 months for $3,179 due at signing, tax, title, license extra. Call 1-888-925-JEEP for details. Requires dealer contribution. Lease through Chrysler Capital. Current lease must end by 2/1/2021 on oldest 20% inventory of 2020 Grand Cherokee models at dealer stock for longest as of 1/3/2020. Extra charge for miles over 20,000. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 2/3/2020. Jeep is a registered trademark.
Hi, welcome to Metro by T-Mobile.
Hey, my dad is in serious need of an upgrade.
Yeah, my phone's a fossil.
He needs a new phone and a new network stat.
Well, when he switches to Metro, he can get an amazing iPhone 7 with HD Retina display for just $99.99 after ID validation.
Wow, $99.99?
Bye-bye, fossil.
Requires porting of eligible number not currently active on T-Mobile network or active on Metro in past 90 days. With validation of ID. An independent database limit for per account/household. 32 gigabyte model only. See store for details and terms and conditions.